In the quiet suburb of Maplewood, Illinois, where maple trees lined the streets like silent guardians, Michael Thompson lived a life of careful routines. He was a single dad, 38 years old, with broad shoulders from years of construction work and eyes that carried the weight of loss. His wife, Sarah, had passed away 3 years ago in a car accident, leaving him to raise their twin daughters alone. Lily and Rose were 6 now, with matching curly brown hair and giggles that could light up the darkest room. But Michael's days were long, filled with early mornings at the job site and late evenings rushing home. He needed help. That's how it all began. One crisp autumn afternoon, Michael sat at his kitchen table, scrolling through Babysitter profiles on his phone. The house smelled of fresh coffee and the faint scent of apple pie from the neighbor's yard. He paused on a simple ad: reliable sitter available evenings, loves kids, references upon request. The name was Emily Carter. No photo, just a brief bio. She seemed straightforward, no frills. Michael dialed the number, his voice steady but tired. "Hello, this is Michael Thompson. I'm looking for someone to watch my girls a few nights a week." Emily's voice on the other end was soft and warm, like a gentle breeze. "I'd love to help, Mr. Thompson. When can I come by for an interview?" They set a time for the next day. Michael hung up, feeling a small spark of relief. The girls needed stability, and he needed to breathe. The following evening, as the sun dipped low, casting golden hues through the windows, Emily arrived at the front door. She was in her early 20s, with straight blonde hair tied back in a ponytail and a simple jeans and sweater outfit. Her blue eyes sparkled with quiet confidence, but there was something unassuming about her. No makeup, no jewelry. Michael welcomed her in, the twin speaking from behind his legs. "Lily, Rose, this is Emily. She's here to meet you." The girls shyly waved, clutching their stuffed bears. Emily knelt down to their level, her smile genuine. "Hi there. What are your bears' names?" Lily whispered. "Mine's Fluffy," Rose added, "and this is Sparkles." Emily nodded seriously. "Important names. I promised to remember them." Michael watched, his heart easing a bit. The interview went smoothly. She had experience with kids from volunteering at a local daycare, she said. References? She'd email them soon. By the end, Michael hired her on the spot. "Start tomorrow, 6 to 9, Emily agreed, shaking his hand firmly. That first night, Michael left for his evening shift at the warehouse, where he picked up extra hours to make ends meet. The house was peaceful as he drove away, the street lights flickering on. Inside, Emily sat with the twins on the living room rug, surrounded by crayons and paper. "What should we draw?" she asked. Lily suggested unicorns. Rose wanted dragons. Emily laughed softly, her voice a soothing melody. "Both sound perfect." As they colored, she told them a story about a magical forest where animals talked. The girls listened, wide-eyed, their small hands moving slowly across the pages. Michael returned home to find the kitchen tidy, the girls in their pajamas, fast asleep. Emily handed him a note. They ate all their veggies. Bedtime story was a hit. "See you Thursday." He paid her in cash, thanking her profusely. "You're a lifesaver." She smiled modestly. "Just doing what I love." Little did he know, Emily wasn't who she seemed. Her real last name was Harrington, daughter of Alexander Harrington, the CEO of Technova, a massive software company downtown. She disguised herself and changed her last name in the ad, dressed down to escape the pressures of her privileged life. Her father wanted her in boardrooms, but Emily craved normalcy, real connections. Babysitting was her secret rebellion. Days turned into weeks. Emily became a fixture in the Thompson home. Mornings brought the scent of pancakes she made for the girls before school drop-off on weekends. Afternoons were filled with park visits, where leaves crunched under their feet and laughter echoed. Michael noticed how the twins blossomed. Lily, usually quiet, started sharing stories from school. Rose, the bolder one, drew pictures for Emily every time. "For you," she'd say, handing over a scribbled masterpiece. Michael found himself lingering at home more, chatting with Emily after the girls were asleep. One evening, as rain pattered against the windows, he poured 2 cups of tea. "You seem wise beyond your years," he said, sitting across from her. Emily stirred her cup slowly. "Life teaches you things," She shared bits of her past growing up in a big house, but feeling alone. Michael opened up too. About Sarah's accident, the emptiness that followed. It's hard, being everything to them. Emily nodded, her eyes kind. You're doing great. They adore you. In those moments, a quiet bond formed, like threads weaving together unnoticed. But tension began to build, subtle at first. Michael's boss at the construction firm mentioned cutbacks. Economy's tough, he grumbled. Bills piled up on the counter: rent, utilities, the girls' dance classes. Michael worked longer hours, relying on Emily more. She never complained, even staying late without extra pay. It's fine, she'd say. I enjoy it here. The twins sensed his stress, clinging to him at bedtime. Daddy, are we okay? Lily asked one night, her voice small. Michael hugged them tight. Always, sweethearts. Emily noticed too. During a quiet moment, as she folded laundry, she overheard Michael on the phone with a creditor. His voice was strained. I'll pay soon, just need time. Her heart ached. Back home in her luxury apartment hidden from Michaela, she paced, thinking. Her father's company was thriving. She had access to resources. But revealing herself risked everything. What if he saw her differently? Still, she couldn't stand by. One weekend, the girls begged for a picnic. Emily packed baskets with sandwiches and fruit, and they headed to the local park. Michael joined, a rare day off. Under a shady oak, they spread a blanket. The air was fresh, birds chirping softly. Rose chased butterflies. Lily built sandcastles in the dirt. Michael and Emily sat watching. This is nice, he said. Feels normal. Emily hesitated, then spoke. Michael, if you ever need help with anything. He waved it off. We're managing, thanks, though. The rising tension peaked one stormy Thursday. Michael came home early, soaked from rain, his face pale. Layoffs, he muttered. Effective next week. The girls were napping. Emily stood in the kitchen, concern etched on her face. I'm so sorry. He sank into a chair, head in hands. How do I tell them? We might lose the house. Thunder rumbled outside, mirroring his turmoil. Emily took a deep breath, her secret weighing heavy. There's something I need to tell you. Michael looked up, puzzled. What? She sat beside him, voice steady but soft. My name isn't Emily Carter. It's Emily Harrington. My father is Alexander Harrington, CEO of Technova. The words hung in the air, rain drumming on the roof. Michael's eyes widened. The tech giant. You're disguised? Emily nodded, explaining her need for escape, how she found joy here. I didn't mean to deceive you, but now, I can help. My dad has openings at good jobs, stable pay. If you'll let me. Shock turned to confusion, then a flicker of anger. Why hide it? Was this some game? Emily's eyes filled with tears. It was real. The girls. It's the most real thing I've had. Michael stood, pacing. The storm outside intensified, wind howling. He thought of Sarah, of starting over. But looking at Emily, he saw sincerity. The twins stirred awake, calling for him. He went to them, holding back his emotions. That night, after the girls were back asleep, they talked for hours. Michael shared his pride, his fear of handouts. Emily listened, then offered not charity, but a bridge. It's not pity. It's connection. Let me introduce you to my father. The rest is up to you. By dawn, the storm cleared, leaving a fresh scent in the air. Michael agreed, cautiously. The twist unfolded gently over the next days. Emily arranged a meeting at Technova's sleek offices. Michael dressed in his best shirt, nerves tight. Alexander Harrington was imposing, with silver hair and a firm handshake. My daughter speaks highly of you, he said. They discussed Michael's skills. His construction background translated to facilities management. By the end, an offer was on the table, a job with benefits, enough to secure their home. But the real breakthrough came later, back at the house. Emily confessed her feelings had grown beyond babysitting. I care about you, Michael, all of you. He paused, then smiled softly. Me too, but let's take it slow. The twins, overhearing, cheered. Emily stays? Rose asked. Yes, Michael said, hugging them all. Months passed. Michael thrived at his new job. The house filled with laughter again. Emily dropped the disguise, integrating her worlds. She still babysat sometimes, but now as family. One evening, under the maple trees, Michael proposed on one knee, a simple ring in hand. "Will you?" Emily whispered yes, tears of joy. In the end, what started as a simple hire became a tapestry of trust and love. Michael learned that help comes in unexpected forms, and Emily found the authenticity she sought. Together, they built a future, grounded in emotion and reality. If there's one insight, it's this: open your heart to the unknown, it might just change everything. And if you're facing your own storm, reach out, connections are waiting.